We live in a world obsessed with external validation. Social media has turned life into a constant showcase where every achievement, every emotion, and every moment is shouted to the world in hopes of gaining approval. But what about those who don't need that approval? Those who work in silence, forge their character in the shadows, and don't need witnesses to keep growing. That is precisely the essence of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy, practiced by emperors, slaves, and sages alike, proposes a powerful truth. What truly matters does not need to be displayed. You don't need to announce your growth for it to be real. You don't have to publish your battles to be brave. Inner mastery, self-discipline, serenity in chaos. These are cultivated in silence, in the space where no one applauds but you choose not to give up. In an environment that rewards ostentation, the Stoic becomes a rebel by choosing calm over noise, consistency over approval, and focus over distraction. The 12 teachings you're about to discover aren't just pretty quotes meant to motivate you for a few minutes. They are practical tools that, if truly integrated, can change the way you live, decide, feel, and move forward, even in the midst of chaos. Because in the end, real power is not shouted, it's lived. And if you're one of those who keep striving even when no one notices, who chooses to grow in silence, then this video is for you. Let's begin. 1. Don't talk about your challenges. The first Stoic lesson for standing out from others is to keep your struggles private. Thinkers like Epictetus and Marcus Aurelius taught that exposing our battles can increase our emotional fragility and weaken our image. Constantly talking about your problems not only opens you up to being seen as a victim, but may also attract pity or criticism, which can distract you from real solutions. Stoicism urges us to focus on action rather than complaint. By keeping your difficulties private, you protect your energy and attention for solving problems instead of seeking comfort or external approval. This approach helps you maintain a resolute and resilient mindset. Rather than talking about what holds you back, channel your efforts into overcoming challenges with strength and without outside interference. Also, by not sharing your struggles, you preserve your independence and avoid letting others influence your perception or decisions. This restraint also allows you to analyze your conflicts more clearly and design more effective responses. Remember, staying silent about your battles is not a sign of weakness, but a powerful tactic to retain control and advance with strength. The second Stoic lesson is to keep your confidences protected. Stoic philosophy reminds us that disclosing our plans, goals, or ideas can put their success at risk. When you share your objectives with others, there's always the chance they'll be weakened by outside judgment or negativity. Moreover, revealing your intentions can stir suspicion or unnecessary competition. Philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus recommended discretion as a way to safeguard our goals. By keeping your project secret, you protect the strength of your strategy and prevent external factors from altering your path. Discretion allows you to stay in control and direct your energy toward effective execution without distractions or interference. It also creates an air of mystery and inner solidity, strengthening your presence and giving weight to your character. Keeping things private shields you from early criticism and social pressure, giving you space to work calmly and with greater autonomy. By not revealing your intentions, you ensure your decisions and actions stay connected to your true purpose, increasing your chances of success and preserving your personal freedom. Remember, discretion isn't cowardice, it's strategy. It's a powerful tool that allows you to move forward with determination and maintain control over your own destiny. Instead of sharing your plans with the world, channel that energy into executing them with focus and wisdom. Because those who talk too much scatter their strength, and those who act in silence concentrate it. Before we continue, I invite you to support this message. Give it a like and share this video so that more people can discover this knowledge. And if you'd like to receive more teachings like this one, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. 3. Don't talk about your achievements. The third Stoic teaching is to avoid boasting about your accomplishments. According to the Stoic sages, the true value of achievements doesn't lie in external applause, but in silent effort and inner growth. Genuine satisfaction comes from knowing you've surpassed yourself, not from the praise of others. Talking about your successes might seem harmless, even tempting, but it often sparks envy, misinterpretation, or mistrust in those around you. Moreover, by focusing on external approval, you risk losing sight of the most important thing, the purpose behind your journey. The Stoic argument. Marcus Aurelius and Epictetus taught that we should not define ourselves by what others think of us, but by the virtue with which we act. True accomplishment needs no display case, because its reward is internal: growth, discipline, strength. So instead of speaking about your victories, keep building in silence. Let the echo of your actions speak louder than your words. Stoic thinkers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius emphasized that the true goal of our actions is inner development and personal fulfillment, not the approval of others. By not flaunting your achievements, you shield yourself from vanity and the constant need for recognition, which allows you to maintain balance and humility. Moreover, keeping your successes discreet helps you avoid unnecessary comparisons and emotional burdens that can distract you. This attitude lets you focus on what truly matters, the path toward your goals, and the positive effect those achievements have on your life and the lives of others. Remember, authentic success is an internal satisfaction. Instead of seeking admiration, focus on the deeper value of what you've achieved and keep moving steadily toward your personal goals. 4. The power of strategic silence. The fourth Stoic teaching is to understand the power of strategic silence. Using silence deliberately becomes a powerful tool in any kind of interaction or setting. Speaking less and listening more gives you a significant advantage, as it allows you to observe and understand those around you more deeply. Intentional silence not only reduces misunderstandings and avoids unnecessary confrontations, but it also gives you time to process information clearly and analyze the dynamics at play. Choosing silence helps you protect your plans and avoid revealing your intentions prematurely, which strengthens your position. Active listening enables you to catch subtle details that often go unnoticed when you're too focused on speaking. This ability to observe attentively gives you deeper insight into the motivations and emotions of others, which leads to wiser and more effective decisions. The Stoics deeply valued silence as a means of preserving inner peace and avoiding impulsive reactions. By incorporating strategic silence into your life, you strengthen your ability to respond thoughtfully rather than emotionally to immediate situations. This practice not only enhances your ability to negotiate and resolve conflicts, but also helps you act with greater precision and effectiveness in any context. Remember, silence is not a lack of communication, but a conscious tool that helps you act intelligently and maintain control in any circumstance. The fifth Stoic teaching is to abstain from speaking about other people. This practice is rooted in the belief that focusing your attention on others' actions or mistakes only distracts you from what truly matters, your own growth and inner evolution. Engaging in gossip, judgment, or criticism of others scatters your energy and focus, pulling you away from your personal development. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca reminded us that our strength should be directed towards self-transformation and introspection, not toward criticizing or evaluating those around us. Talking about others, whether to comment, judge, or repeat what you've heard, is not only a waste of valuable time, but it can also generate resentment, tension, or negativity in both you and those who listen. Avoiding these habits keeps you centered on your own path and on what you can truly control. This attitude fosters not only greater emotional calm, but also a more integral life, one devoted to inner reflection and the strengthening of your own virtues. Keep in mind that true strength lies in focusing on what you can transform and perfect within yourself, rather than spending energy judging or commenting on the lives of others. Stay focused on your personal evolution and on how you can create a positive impact around you, without being distracted by what others do or don't do. 6. Don't talk about your good deeds. The sixth Stoic teaching is to avoid flaunting your acts of kindness. Philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus taught that virtue should be practiced for its own inherent value, not as a strategy to gain recognition or public admiration. When you openly share your noble actions, you risk distorting their true purpose, turning them into a means of seeking approval. This can transform a genuine act into a tool of the ego. In doing so, the purity of your intention becomes diluted. The Stoics believed that real merit lies in doing the right thing even if no one knows, because the value of virtue is found in its essence, not its visibility. Integrity blooms in silence. Moreover, keeping your good deeds private helps avoid unnecessary comparisons or feelings of envy that may arise when your virtues are made public. This conscious restraint allows you to focus on what truly matters, the real impact of your actions and the well-being they generate, rather than how they're perceived or interpreted by others. Stoic insight: if your goal in doing good is to be seen, you've already lost your way. But if you do it because it's right, expecting nothing in return, then you're in tune with true virtue. Act with quiet nobility, not for external applause, but for the intrinsic value of the good you do, because the one who does good in secret grows from within. 7. The unspoken dream fuels our aspirations. The seventh Stoic teaching is to remain silent about your dreams and goals. The Stoic sages understood that talking too much about our aspirations can diminish their strength and divert the focus needed to make them real. Constantly communicating your desires exposes them to criticism, skepticism, and doubt, factors that can erode your conviction. Sharing your goals prematurely often invites outside judgment and discouragement, draining the energy you should be using to build, move forward, and strengthen your purpose. In contrast, when you choose to guard your dreams with discretion, you create a safe internal space, free from interference, where your ideas can mature with depth and autonomy. Stoic insight: Epictetus said, "We should not speak of what we have not yet embodied through action." Words can become a trap of the ego. When you publicly declare your dreams, you may fall into premature self-congratulation, believing you're closer to the goal simply because you've said it aloud. This creates the illusion of progress, often reducing your real drive to act. By keeping your plans private, you preserve clarity, focus, and authentic motivation. No distractions, no outside pressure, just one direction: silent work toward your goals. Remember, the true strength of a dream lies not in how you share it, but in how you execute it. Protect it from external noise and work on it with persistence and humility. Let your results speak for you, not your promises, because the Stoic knows that dreams are not shouted, they're fulfilled. 8. The sanctuary of solitude. The eighth Stoic teaching is to cultivate spaces of solitude. For the Stoics, being alone does not merely represent a void or absence of stimulation. It's a valuable opportunity for inner reflection and self-discovery. Creating your own personal refuge, a place and time where you can remain without interruptions, allows you to disconnect from the noise and demands of the outside world. In that space of retreat, you can observe your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors with a clarity that is rarely possible amid the rush of daily life. Solitude offers the ideal setting to understand your impulses, question your choices, and reconnect with what's essential, free from external pressures or judgment. It's in that quiet introspection where you can identify what truly matters and align your actions with your most authentic principles. Moreover, time alone promotes emotional and mental balance. By dedicating moments to yourself, you reduce the stress and anxiety caused by constant social interaction and external expectations. These moments of voluntary isolation also allow you to recharge and strengthen your adaptability, preparing you to face challenges with greater clarity and calm. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius found in solitude not an escape, but a return to himself, a space to rediscover his purpose and fortify his will. For the Stoics, solitude wasn't a lack of company, but the active presence of awareness and self-care. Seek and appreciate these moments of conscious isolation. Don't see them as a loss, but as an investment in yourself. In the silence with yourself, you rebuild, understand, and grow wiser. The art of silent listening. The ninth Stoic key is mastering the practice of attentive and silent listening. This attitude involves fully focusing on others without interrupting, judging, or preparing your response, while the other person is still speaking. Reflective listening not only improves your understanding of others, but also strengthens bonds by showing genuine respect and true empathy. When you practice this kind of listening, you're able to catch subtle details and nuances in conversation that are often missed when you're distracted by your own thoughts or the urge to respond quickly. This approach gives you deeper insight into others' emotions, intentions, and perspectives, allowing you to respond with greater clarity, wisdom, and respect. Moreover, attentive listening fosters an atmosphere of trust and emotional openness, as it shows that you truly value what the other person has to share. This enables you to build stronger and more cooperative relationships based on mutual understanding. This type of communication is also key for managing conflict with emotional intelligence. By understanding others' concerns and needs, you can respond more fairly and with greater balance. Stoic insight. The Stoic sages understood that deep listening is a form of self-mastery. It requires patience, humility, and control over the ego. It's not just about staying quiet. It's about truly opening yourself to the other. Authentic understanding doesn't arise from the urge to speak, but from the attentive silence that observes, absorbs, and comprehends. Cultivating this skill not only enhances your personal and professional relationships, but also strengthens your character. In a world where everyone wants to be heard, listening well is an increasingly rare and powerful virtue. 10th long-term vision. The 10th Stoic teaching is to adopt a long-term perspective. The Stoics held that true inner strength and authentic achievement are built by acting and making decisions with a lasting vision. This key highlights the importance of going beyond short-term rewards and focusing on sustainable benefits that foster deep, ongoing growth. When you incorporate this mindset into your life, you commit to building solid foundations for the future instead of chasing instant gratification, which, though pleasurable, is often shallow and fleeting. This way of thinking helps you make wiser, clearer choices because you evaluate the impact of each decision on your long-term goals and values. Stoic insight. Philosophers like Seneca and Epictetus greatly valued patience and consistency, understanding that true achievements don't happen overnight. They require commitment, time, and unwavering discipline. By acting with a future-oriented vision, you avoid falling into the traps of momentary pleasure and develop a focused, resilient mindset that's prepared to endure the trials of the journey. Each step you take not only moves you closer to your goals, but also transforms you as a person. Remember, genuine success isn't measured by what you gain quickly, but by what you build through perseverance and purpose. 11th, wisdom in action. Applied wisdom is an essential principle of Stoicism, one that encourages us to make decisions based on reason and deep reflection, rather than being swept away by fleeting emotions. It means acting with discernment and moderation, without giving in to sudden impulses or uncontrolled reactions. When facing a decision, It's easy to be carried away by stress, fear, or momentary excitement. However, the Stoics taught that these emotions, if left unchecked, can cloud judgment and lead to reckless choices. Instead of reacting immediately, it's vital to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, is the decision you're about to make aligned with your core values and long-term goals? Are you acting from reason, or are you being driven by a fleeting emotion? Prudence, one of the cardinal virtues of Stoicism, plays a crucial role here. To be prudent means to act with intelligence and foresight, basing your actions on a conscious analysis of the situation, rather than allowing your emotional states to dictate your behavior. Stoic insight. Marcus Aurelius wrote that we should be like the rock against which the waves crash without moving it. That stability comes from choosing wisely, not impulsively. Practicing this principle allows you to maintain inner calm and mental clarity, even in adversity, ensuring your decisions are as balanced and effective as possible. Applying wisdom in action will help you live more consciously, improve the quality of your choices, and strengthen your command over your own life. 12th, radical acceptance. Total acceptance is a fundamental pillar of Stoicism. It teaches us to calmly embrace everything that lies beyond our control and to focus our energy on what we can change. This attitude is essential for achieving inner peace and lasting emotional stability. In life, we constantly face events and situations beyond our control, from other people's behavior to unexpected external circumstances. Resisting these realities only brings frustration, anxiety, and unnecessary suffering. Instead of fighting the inevitable, Stoicism invites us to practice radical acceptance, to recognize reality as it is, without letting negative emotions cloud our judgment. The key lies in distinguishing between what depends on us and what doesn't. For example, you cannot control what others think of you, but you can choose how you respond to their words. By focusing on your own actions and attitudes, and accepting what's beyond your influence, you reduce inner tension and increase your capacity to face adversity with serenity and clarity. Acceptance is not surrender, it is intelligent action. This mindset doesn't mean passivity, but rather a way to free yourself from the emotional drain that comes from trying to change the unchangeable. It lets you focus on what truly matters: your character, your behavior, and your decisions. Stoic insight. Epictetus said, "It's not things that disturb us, but our judgment about them." Practicing radical acceptance frees you from unnecessary suffering and gives you a powerful tool for living more effectively, purposefully, and peacefully. If you've made it this far, you're already one step closer to becoming a stronger, more conscious, and quietly powerful version of yourself. Never forget, you don't need the world's approval when you have mastery over your mind and actions. These 12 Stoic principles are just the beginning. In the next video, we'll dive even deeper into how to apply Stoicism to your daily life, especially in moments of crisis or difficult decisions, so you can maintain calm, clarity, and inner strength. If you found this content helpful, give us a like, subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next, and share this video with friends, family, or anyone who needs to strengthen their mind and perspective. Sometimes one single idea can make all the difference, and you can be the messenger of that transformation. See you in the next video, where we'll continue exploring how Stoicism can become your greatest advantage in a world full of chaos.